Here we are, folks, the back nine coverage of round 3 of the 2021 OTB Open presented by Innova Champion Discs. I'm Brian Earhart, joined here one more time by Nate Perkins, and we are watching what is potentially a huge charge from this chase card right now.
Calvin just lit it up. 7 down on the front 9. You said it before, parred the 2 hardest par 3s on the front. Nearly a perfect front 9. Paul McBeth, slow start. 4 down on the front though. James 4 down with the bogey. Nikko also 4 down. This back 9, longer. More water carries, just more danger to be had. Eagle's got a commanding lead, but it's not just a walk in the park to finish.
No, and as we move into hole number 10, this is actually kind of a scary hole moving down, coming down the stretch, because it's kind of a must get at this point. Averaged a 2.61, one of the few holes that averaged under par.
And we've seen James take this fireball and just skip it right off the dirt. And how do you have that much control to get it up and over the golf tee and skip it off the...
It's a shot that he knows so well. It's the angle he loves. It's the shot he loves. And then you see Calvin kind of come at it with more of a subtle hyzer angle with something straighter. And there he is as well. Kind of cool to watch two of, the same result happen with very slightly different releases.
Not familiar with this disc, Brian. Is it Raptor?
I actually don't know. I believe that's probably a Raptor. Yeah, it's going to have to be a Raptor.
Look at Nikko coming over the top. That it's so exaggerated, the weight. It's almost like he's throwing the roller, but the disc is so stiff and so stable.
And there's the musket birdie for James. That is 4 in a row. He is catching some fire, and he's been throwing some really fantastic shots this round. To go 8 under par through 10. Calvin's looking for the W here. Birdie for Nikko. Paul should tap in his birdie as well. And the musket birdie is a star birdie for our card. And we move into a much tougher hole, hole number 11. This is a hole that you need to get close to this golf fairway that the drone just flew over if you want an easy look at this basket. We've seen some huge rollers and air shots on this hole.
Yeah, I love the tee shot here on 11 because it's a mandatory anhyzer. It forces these players to commit to this high ante.
Okay, let's see. James goes with that photon again.
Look,
and
it's
look
on
at
cut.
it go.
Getting pushed back to the right, but staying on cut. And that is the Mando tree right there, I believe.
He's going to like where he's at.
Calvin checking the win here.
It's always been a little bit tailwind this week.
Same disc that he threw on 1. He can just open up. Ooh, just a little too steep this time.
It's a long ways away from the basket. We'll see what he has from there. So that's a flippier force. And I don't quite know what that tan disc is. Probably a Zeus. Something he can throw high with turn that holds the whole way. And he misses those trees.
Splatter is out of bounds on that right side, but he's not quite that far right.
But being far right allows him to have a straighter look at the basket, so not too bad. Nikko throwing his roller disc on an air shot line. That looks good. Yeah, that's way up there.
I love the pace that Nikko brings into the D-pad there. Him, James, and Paul are three players that I think about who come into the D-pad with a lot of speed.
Yeah, definitely in contrast to Eagle, who we watched in round 1.
Wow, what a shot.
And Calvin's parked again from all the way back there, being farthest away from the basket.
That ceiling is so low and it's so late in the flight. Incredible. 9 down through 12, 10 down through 12.
11. 9 down through 11. This is the pace he needs to be at. And these branches are not forgiving. Paul needed to get under that. He's going to have to get up and down for par from there.
Nikko eyeing something high. This is a little risky with the 2-meter rule in play, but he finds the pocket. What a shot.
James looking to throw the same shot here. Oh, actually going way more wooded.
Look at this. Up and over the hill, under the tree.
No way!
That gap is so small.
It's like James needed to play a wooded hole. He got bored and just had to find a gap to hit.
I love that.
And Paul's just going to have to take a par. But, man, what amazing approach shots by the rest of the card. And Nikko, weak side, going with that push putt.
Yeah, he switched it up right there. You got to wonder what about that putt made him go away from the anti-spin putt that we've been seeing.
From what I've seen and what I've heard, it just feels like at this point in his disc golf life, it's all feel at this point. Whatever he's confident in is what he's throwing. And right now, speaking of confidence, Calvin just capitalizes and goes 9 down through 11. This is course record pace.
Yeah, they can't make the courses hard enough. There's nothing they can do when you have athletes like Calvin, James.
The best part about Calvin being an athlete is his play style is good everywhere. You know, it's not just that he's an athlete that throws far. He's an athlete that can throw a fairway driver, a laser beam 500 feet. And this is going to help on hole number 12. You know, 378, par 3, OB all down the right side. If you have that laser beam backhand, it's the safest play that you can possibly throw.
Yeah, we've seen James start this volt out on some ante on the left side and just kind of drift toward those oaks.
Yeah, I like how James opts for the tough turnover line. Oh yeah, that's definitely within his wheelhouse.
Calvin's taking the eagle and is going to go a little bit more direct, pretty flat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly what I was expecting. Little drift. Come on, look at this. Oh, what? Oh, that was almost his second ace of the tournament, Nate.
How did we not hear about that?
Huh?
And he hit the foundation for charity.
Yeah, he hit the foundation for charity box.
Hey, what do you call that thing? I almost called it a box, but
I just call it the box. And Paul's going to be a little short. Circle 2.
What a shot from Calvin. That eagle just drifted for him. Again, just that exaggerated flex. This one a little less stable, a little bit slower.
Great shot. 50-footer for Paul. Nope. Little low. And he's playing well, but he's just still off the pace he needs to be at. Here's James for birdie.
Just outside the circle. Oh. No.
Low for James as well. You know, it's hard to run that basket with full force with the OB being right behind the basket.
Yeah, that sawgrass marks the start of the OB.
And
There we
there's
go.
a clean spin putt for Nikko. Moves to 20 under par. Imagine 2 aces at this course in the same tournament. He aces 15, the scenic water carry. And then this one, I
mean, he had to have
Wow.
hit the hit here. He was just under the cage. It's amazing to have that much pace still on a 380-foot hole with the eagle. Hole 13, huge water carry here. Basket is only 15 feet short of the water long. Very specific angle here. Calvin has the eagle in his hands. He needs to... It might be the same one. He's just going to get a little drift out of it.
And if that comes back, it's going to be great. Otherwise, edge of circle 1, actually, not too bad. And with the way his putt looks, he'll definitely be wanting a birdie on this one. And I forgot who said it, but they were laughing that this is the perfect hole for Nikko's throw.
Yeah. It went. That's circle 1 right there. Yeah, this is one of those holes, the bottom, like, 80% of the field even isn't even challenging this green. And then the top 20%, they're not even considering laying up.
Exactly. Yeah, look at James's shot. Just a very tight flex line with a volt. He's parked. Tailwind putt from 10 feet.
Okay, here's the Luna again, Brian. Premium plastic dyed Luna here.
Whoa. Just behind that tree, but that's actually a great play. Even if you play to be 25 short, we've seen him throw it 400 feet many times. This is from 50 feet.
This is cashed.
What?
Wow.
Water directly behind the basket.
Paul McBeth with a putter birdie on a 438-foot hole.
I mean, honestly, if you have that, it's a great play to not even think about parking it, but just to max out before the basket. I understand the decision. And 10 down through 11 down through 13. This is making me sick, Nate. Wow. Yeah, that was a good win for it. There was that left to right from where Nikko is at.
We're here. This card is about to star frame this hole.
Yeah, this is a tough hole. This is a hole that averaged over par. People were taking big numbers on it, and we just saw... Wow. Hole number 14 is one of the iconic holes on this course. You know, the big water carry, the more aggressive you want to play, the longer the water carry is. And it really... Whoa.
So high.
And there was tailwind on this hole too, so yeah, a lot of shots are fading out, but that is far enough to where he should be looking at a decent shot to the basket. Too far away, and it's too low ceiling to attack. Yeah, Nikko's going for that right side.
Oh, that needs to stable up quick. I don't think that's going to have enough.
He was going for that 500-foot landing zone.
And it's almost a stroke and distance penalty right there. I mean, he has to throw from only a couple hundred feet in front of the tee pad now.
James has just launched this disc, and that's way down there.
Needs to miss that tree. No way. That is significant misfire right there.
Let's jump back actually to Calvin's throw, though. He threw this so high in the air and still covered so much distance.
Look how quick he turns the shoulders. The double pump right there.
Yeah. The very idiosyncratic double pump that not many other players do. You can pick him out from a vector, even if you couldn't see him.
It's amazing to be turning away from the target and still moving your body toward the front of the tee pad the way Calvin does. He's perfected that kind of the footwork with the scuffle.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh.
No way. Did he find the green?
He found an OB green. Flippy force from Paul. This is smoked. And it's almost impossible to get a par from that drop zone.
Yeah, I would say impossible. Yeah, it's 600 to the...
Over, to get to the basket. So that's a bogey for Paul.
Big shot right here. Those oaks do hang out over the water. No.
We finally saw it.
The first blemish, and it was just a foot too high.
Forehand from Nikko after going OB. Yeah, that's a way to get up and down. That is poise right there.
We do have to give a little shout out to Ezra Aderhold for carding a 2 on hole 14 from 350 feet out.
Of course, it's Ezra that gets that too. Paul gets up there. That's going to be a bogey, and James is going to have a chance for a par still. Is he going for it? That looked like a little bit of a half run, but he's happy to just take a par. The rest of his card really struggled on this hole. That's a double OB, double bogey for Nikko. That is a shame. He had some good momentum, a couple birdies, only to be erased by a couple of misfires. And Paul just kind of throwing that tee shot a bit too low and going OB off the tee. Just showing you how tough this hole really is to get a birdie on.
Yeah, it kind of takes the wind out of Calvin's run right there. You can see it in his body language. He knows it.
The Star Excalibur is a workhorse disc for me. It's been a staple in my bag at all my biggest wins, taking care of the majority of my distance forehand work, whether it's Winthrop Gold, Lake Eureka, or Wild Horse. It's been a disc that I've used and always trusted to give me a lot of distance and a predictable fade that I can always lean on, even in high pressure situations.
Hole 15, water carry here. The basket is only 15 feet past the water's edge. It's 339, but I believe it's more like 360.
And James going with that fireball again, kind of getting a sideways skip.
And again, just displaying so much speed control. That is a fast and overstable disc that he kind of, I mean, he has to throw that like 50, 60% to get it to nestle.
And let's see if Calvin can drop another ace on this one. This is a Draco.
Oh, is that what he aced with?
Mm-hmm. And definitely not going to ace. Let's see if he stays in bounds. Okay.
So that wall is actually in bounds, though.
Yeah. The wall is in bounds. He's safe there. Paul going sidearm. This looks good as long as it misses the palm.
Oh, and it just catches a little bit of it. That palm is a dream crusher.
I'm guessing Nikko's going to take a similar line to James. Oh, that's got to go.
Needs to go. Oh, I think he might have caught a little bit. Taking it across at least.
It did look like he hit land.
Yeah.
But the front side of that bank is out of bounds. They had to rope it off somewhere. And Calvin runs the birdie from there. From every bit of 55, 60 feet.
Yeah, heading straight for the water.
Like you said, I think he knows that that last tiny mistake kind of killed his chances of shooting up the leaderboard and challenging Eagle, but he's got to stay together. Paul takes away that bogey.
You see so many players mimicking Paul McBeth's form, obviously one of, all the up-and-comers watching YouTube and everything, but the way that he locks that left arm in
Yes.
and gets the left shoulder back, you see so many players kind of hold that left arm just like he does nowadays.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting how athletes shape the sport in that regard. I think of, in more modern times, I think of Steph Curry in basketball kind of changing how young kids come up, wanting to play the game a specific way. And I think, like you say, I think Paul is doing that all over the world. I think we see juniors players trying to throw just like him.
And if you're missing right, give it a shot. Try and get that left shoulder back.
16. This is the big roller distance hole. You have to throw the biggest shot you possibly can if you want to look for birdie. There is no playing safe off this tee. So James is going air shot.
It's
is either
500 to clear the green that he's trying to throw over.
decent spot. He's going to have a big second shot still.
Huge second shot. That was only about 460 off the tee, so.
Paul's going with a force.
This is such a tough hole to birdie going air shot, air shot.
Mm-hmm. When you think of these players, though, like look at this line from Paul. 864 is not that far in theory. That's where you want to be. Paul will be able to throw a power hyzer there, but still, the angle is going to be tough.
Yeah, it's because he has to go such a steep hyzer angle to access it.
You're starting to hear a lot of cheers in the background for the lead card. Calvin puts it to where he needs to go. That is a good shot. And Nikko, I mean, that's fine, but he'll have to play for a 4 from there.
This is going to be a fun one. Believe he's going to be putting this on the ground.
Oh,
Whoa.
Sky cut roller? I think our cameras were having a tough time even finding that. No way, what?
Sweet.
Sweet is right, James.
That was from 500 feet out, Brian. Am I wrong on that?
No, you were definitely right. That hyzer probably barely crossed 400 feet off the tee.
That was so high that he had to throw to get over those trees, and he went deep.
And the patented grunt from James on the sky hyzer. And he's going to be in a decent spot. He'll be in circle 2. It's a scary look with that elevated pin. Ooh, big drop. Mm-hmm.
out of the hand.
That's
That
gotta
needs to get
sit.
down.
Oh, and there goes another one for Calvin.
Bogey, par, bogey.
Maybe a bogey. We'll see.
Conrad country here.
James Conrad!
Into the headwind.
Please, Gatekeeper Rewind. Let's see this again. Look how aggressive this is. Perfect speed. Perfect angle.
Yes, the fist pump. James is my hero.
He has been putting phenomenal this round. This whole tournament, really. Like you said, hasn't missed a circle one putt yet. And that is
I nearly spoke too soon on
know.
Calvin's bogey, but he nearly drops it in.
Let's see if Paul tries to follow suit from James.
Elevated basket, but he's nearly basket height right here. Slight headwind.
He just doesn't like it right away. Low from Nikko.
I still can't believe that was actually Nikko's disc.
Yeah, what a shot.
What kind of flight was that?
I don't think any of our cameramen were even remotely close to thinking he was going for the basket, and that's why I think it was so hard to track. He must have thrown some sort of sky flex shot that we did not see.
Yeah, I believe that was a Ballista Pro. Just amazing to throw it high and keep the nose down the way he did.
And we move into number 17, 708 par 4. There's been a handful of phenomenal shots. We saw James yesterday attack this green. Look how little room there is to work on the right side of that green.
Nitro again. James has just been smashing this disc on Baby Anheuser. Sets up perfect for this tee shot.
Don't hit it again.
Oh, that's right. It stopped him. And
Now he's in a phenomenal position to throw probably a slower disc into the green if he wants the birdie. And Paul's thrown picture perfect. This is what you're looking for. And is this, I believe this is his roller disc. See if he tries to roll it or flex it. Oh yeah. He's going hyper aggressive. Wow, that's the best drive I've seen in this hole if that stays safe.
whoa.
Hopefully he's not directly behind that guardian tree. But if he's not, that's near perfect.
We haven't seen this disc yet. This tie-dye
Maybe
disc.
a Wraith. Great kick off that back tree. He actually has a pretty good shot at the birdie too.
This is such a fun shot to watch, this approach here on 17. Oh, and he's going backhand. Be going straight at it.
Ooh,
Wow.
little hyzer flip. Playing safe.
The way that he can still get that nose up out of his hand.
No.
Just go deep.
Yeah.
It's not even in play from right there. Wow. Just kept floating.
And that's what's tough about this low ceiling that they're having to go through.
You know what he threw right there?
I'd like to believe that was an Undertaker that he threw. But I don't quite know. That just took off.
Slow down. There it is.
And that's a pro-level approach shot. Just trust the entire way over the water, only seeing the landing.
And we saw James nearly dunk the fireball yesterday.
Nice and high. Yep, that's definitely within his range. have to believe that he'll be going for it. Look at this drive from Nikko.
That is huge.
Hands down the best drive I've seen all weekend. Like, being able to come in with a slower, overstable forehand to the green, what a luxury.
From 55.
And the par save from Paul. He has been just perfect from this distance. We are witnessing kind of like a Circle 2 renaissance right now in disc golf. It's
Yeah,
like
you have to make these if you want to compete.
Players are having to rework their stroke to even keep up with this. Like, the game is evolving right now, and we are witnessing it. Wow, so impressive. Another birdie for Calvin, undoing the bogey on the previous hole.
So at this point in the round, Anthony Barella and Ricky Wysocki are also at 26 under par, and they are a hole behind. So James knows that he has to make this if he wants to compete for that second place position.
He gets 3 in a row. Perfect position right now, 27 under par. He's right on track, like you said, with Ricky and AB.
Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the support, through purchasing my Quantum Dracos from Millennium and my Halo Destroyers from Innova. Hope to see you again soon.
Here we are, Nate. Hole 18, 800 feet. So many different exciting shots you can see off this hole. You can throw up the gut, you can throw outside cut roller, you can throw left side, breaking the hole, sky roller. James is looking to go up the gut here.
Yeah, we've seen him take this photon and throw a roller on the right side. Using the ball golf fairway.
And I think this is the perfect line for James. That's just got to keep going.
He got that same little reaction the other day to slow it down.
And that's exactly where you want to be. That's a great shot from James. Yep, Nikko going inside cut roller as well. If that stands up, that's going to be big and on the easy left side. Should be good. He's within 400 feet of the basket from there. And let's take a look at this. Sideways run up. Lands it similar to where Nikko's roller was. That's a big shot. Paul also going with a force on the outside.
This has to be such a fun shot for the gallery to watch. This is what they want to see. They want to see these players open up.
Yeah, just truly depicting how skilled they are. Calvin from the fairway, and just throws a beautiful shot 30 feet short of the basket for birdie. And this is a big approach for James Conrad.
He's going fireball on the right side of that oak. Playing the skip shot. Oh, and it just catches the thick grass.
I don't think he got it. I think he's in circle 2. Paul, I believe, gets up there in range. And Nikko's drive got in such a rough spot, but I think he does have a low side arm.
He covered so much ground, though, with that roller.
Smart play. Play it off the green. Play a little bit short.
James, I believe. Oh, Paul's first. Okay, I thought Paul might have been closer. He's going to finish at 24.
And let's see, James. This looks to be about 45 feet.
And look at the gallery.
This is for second place. No way!
James Conrad. Into the headwind, up the hill.
What a tournament for him. Honestly, that's amazing.
And what he had to do to close it out. The 65-footer on hole 16. The putt directly at OB on 17, and then that one to finish. And what a tournament from Calvin. Just a few holes short of putting the pressure on the leader.
And Nikko missing the birdie, but tapping in for a respectable 20 under par, another top 10 finish. He's actually been having a great season so far. He won at Waco. He really hasn't had too many terrible finishes.
He's definitely as motivated as we've ever seen him.
Which is incredible because the man won a major in 2009. He is still out here putting up numbers, in shape, inspiration.
Was all around a huge success, this tournament here at Swenson.
And like I said, we are witnessing the game evolving right in front of us. This man right here is a big part of that.
Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, OTB Open presented by Innova champion Eagle McBeth.
Yeah, what a treat it was to capture and commentate that 13 under opening round from Eagle, and what a commanding, another commanding victory on the Pro Tour.
What a treat, Nate. Just
Look at
so
that
many
back nine.
so many storylines happening, and James just birdieing the last four to shoot 11 under par, takes second place. We're just gonna keep having all of these awesome storylines unfold, and it's just an incredible year to be a disc golf fan and a commentator.
Anthony Barella with his highest disc golf Pro Tour finish, tying James and also finishing in second place.
Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media on YouTube. I'm Brian Earhart. He's Nathan Perkins. We'll see you next time.